YouTube, what's up? Coming at you here. I think I got a sorry man, ground's a little rough here. Thinking about doing a review here on these tires because I hadn't had a whole lot of time to where I'd been able to really keep it in four-wheel drive for any periods of time, or really have to worry about slipping because these tires have so much traction. I really haven't needed it. Well, yesterday I guess, we had some really bad thunderstorms and just blew down a ton of trees. So I've been at work cleaning out trees all day. I work for the college that I go to, and I'm on a campus maintenance crew. So it's my job partly to take all these down trees and throw them out into a brush pile that we got here on the edge of campus. And especially earlier in the day before it started driving up, the ground has been big. That was from a different truck. I haven't had that kind of issues. The ground's been really sloppy and muddy, and I finally had to use four-wheel drive because otherwise I would have been stuck. So from what I've seen, these tires, they do, for being so tightly spaced together on the insides, they do an amazing job at clearing out the mud, and I'm assuming that has to do with these wider lugs here on the shoulders, because they'd get pretty packed in mud, and then I'd finally get back onto the blacktop to get back on campus, and I'd be on the road. They'd clear out completely within about 10 feet of driving. I'd just get on the pavement right at the exit of where this dirt and used to be gravel path is. I'd just floor it. Obviously in two-wheel drive at this point, the front would just sort of clear out naturally. I'd have it in too high by the time I got to the road. But I'd just floor it, that'd all clean out real good, and I'd be driving on my way. Now naturally this isn't mudding, but I think that it's real soupy, and especially for a vehicle this heavy, it's actually a pretty good test here. Also up this hill earlier in the day, I don't think on video you can fully appreciate how steep of a climb it really is, and earlier in the day these tracks that are now dry were completely sloppy and covered in mud, and I made sure to test and be able to pull myself up out of there no problem. I'd even been back in here dumping off the brush, let myself kind of spin, like I forced a spin to get myself a little bit stuck at one point just to test it out. And at the point where these tires fail in two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive takes over, and it's just effortless. So I can't complain about these tires, I think. For the price, for what they've been able to do. The reason I'm using my truck here at work is because all the trucks that we use that are campus vehicles that we use are all either two-wheel drive or I can't use them. I'm a fairly new guy here at work, and our only real good four-wheel drive truck is being used by an older gentleman that's been working here for 30 some years, so it makes sense that he gets to have that truck. It's a pretty nice one. But yeah, so I know it's not much of a review. I've got about 2,000 miles here on these tires, and I've finally been able to put I've honestly probably put 15, 20 miles here on in the mud, in four-wheel drive on these trails, and it really hasn't been too bad of an issue getting to these brush piles. So I know it's a pretty light test, but I've been really pleased with the results of these tires off-road. I use off-road loosely because this isn't a torture test or anything like that, but in what I would consider everyday off-roading situations and pretty average trail conditions, I think these tires have excelled. So that's it for this video, guys. Like, subscribe, do what you gotta do. I'll see you on the next one.